In this lecture, I will cover some basics that you should know before we proceed further. As this course is all about consumer behavior, let's first understand who is a consumer. The obvious answer to this question would be anyone who consumes is a consumer. So this means you are a consumer, I am a consumer, and even a 3 years old child is a consumer. But economists are not interested in the people who only consume and do not take decisions about what to consume and how much to consume. They are interested in those people who take purchasing decisions. So in economics, the one who takes decisions about what to buy for satisfaction of wants is called a consumer. Let us now discuss who is a rational consumer. In simple terms, a rational consumer is a consumer who behaves rationally. So while making a choice or taking a purchasing decision, a rational consumer compares the benefits and cost involved and then take a decision to buy a product only if the benefit exceeds the cost. Right now, this might sound too obvious to you. You might be thinking that every consumer is a rational consumer because no one will buy a product if the benefit that he could derive from it is less than the cost that he has to pay for it. But this is not the case. Not everyone is a rational consumer. Let's take an example to understand this in detail. Let's say you are planning to take a subscription of The Economist and you have two options. Either you can take an online subscription, which will cost you $55, or you may choose a print subscription, which will cost you $110. Let us assume that you prefer online subscription over print subscription due to some reasons. Say maybe you travel a lot and you like reading online while you are traveling. And just when you are about to make the payment, you see a pop-up on your screen, which says that you are a lucky customer and there is a limited period offer for you in which you can get both online subscription and print subscription for $60 only. You get all excited after reading this, as you are getting these subscriptions which are worth $165 for $60, and you end up taking this deal. But have you behaved rationally here? No, you have not. This is because you paid $5 extra for the printed copies which you won't even use. So the benefit that you will get from these printed copies is zero. Still you ended up paying $5 for that. You could have spent these $5 on something else, say a piece of cake, and would have got some extra benefit. This happens with almost all of us, and this is because our decision making is affected by emotional and psychological factors as well. So to summarize this discussion, we can say that when we talk about making purchasing decisions, a rational consumer is a consumer who seeks to maximize the benefit in spending his money or income. Understanding this concept is important because the study of consumer behavior is the study of rational consumer. So throughout this course, we will assume that consumers are rational in their decision making. Now let's discuss the meaning of equilibrium, as I will be using this word often as we proceed further. By definition, equilibrium is a state of rest. It is a state when actions of an entity come to rest when the given objective of that entity is achieved. As we are talking about consumer behavior in this course, the entity is consumer in our case. Now, what are the actions of a consumer? The act of allocation of the money that he has, or say his income, to different goods is his action. And his objective is to do this allocation of income in a way so that he could obtain maximum benefit from this. And his actions come to rest when he achieves his objective of obtaining maximum satisfaction. So a consumer attains his equilibrium when he allocates his income on those goods and services which gives him maximum satisfaction. And the allocation that he chooses is called equilibrium allocation. In the example that I just discussed, you had two allocations to choose from. Either you could take print subscription and online subscription for $60, or you could use your $60 to buy online subscription and a piece of cake. In this case, this second allocation gives you the maximum benefit. So this allocation is the equilibrium allocation. Throughout this lecture, I have been talking about maximizing satisfaction. But how can we measure satisfaction? Actually, this is sort of a problem. So economists take certain assumptions to measure satisfaction. I will discuss this in my upcoming lectures.